Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting live show. Got 8 games on the slate. Got plenty to look at. Got plenty of injury reports. Got plenty of blowouts probably coming. Either way, we got live show producer Matty on. How you feeling today, man?
I'm doing well. It's been a very, very, very long day. I'm excited to, as soon as I get off this, go take like a 13-hour nap, and then get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, and then just back to the same tomorrow.
It's just same thing, repeat it. Yeah.
Totally. Yep, that's where we're at today. But we'll still have some good stuff for this slate, I'm sure. And we got Swish in the comments as well. So if you do want to touch up with him, let me try it again. If you do want to catch up with him on some stuff about the slate, go ahead and tag at Swish Info, and he'll be able to hit you back. I'll be checking the comments. So will Matty. So definitely try to tag at the Matt Steven if you can, so that we can make sure to see your stuff. But we got plenty of people jumping in, man. So it's good to see people on a Monday here with 8 games in the league. Do you want to do some baseball at the end as well? We got regular start times.
Yeah, we can. I have some things favorited that I can go over.
If you want to, yeah. If you've got some stuff you want to share with the people about the baseballs, we can get into that too. So, but go ahead and jump in the comments if you do want to get something up on the show, like I said, and tag Swish if you want to ask him anything about the dashboard. That's what we're going to be using today. Still have a nice discount on that if you want to get in on the tools that we're using here, with the projections, with the matchup data, and a couple of other points of intel, as well as the injury stuff, everything. But that's going to be what we are sharing here in a minute. Like I said, jump in the comments. We'll go ahead and star the comments you guys want, the bets you guys want to look at. We'll probably be able to go game by game here. So let's get into things. Let's kick it off. Let me get my screens correct so I know which game we want to start with. Let's just start, like I said, in order. We can start with the Heat and the 76ers. So if you have something for that game, we prefer to start with Heat 76ers. Let us know what you guys are thinking about in that one, and we'll be able to get into it. Did you have a bet in this game just yet?
I am tempted to just take Joel for 30 points. This is a pace-up spot. I don't think I'm going to do it just because it's probably worse than fair, but I think it happens.
Yeah, Joel to just do his thing. I can understand that. We've also got Maxey in. He's also now at 28.5 points. So both those dudes with the same really high line. You prefer Embiid in this one, just more so him than Maxey. Like, does the Maxey thing come into play for you? It's just Embiid to go off.
I think that they've realized Joel has one last year in him, and they're riding it until the wheels fall off. And I think Joel is trying to go out, ride his wheels to the end of the sunset too. He's been taking a ton of shots even when Maxey is in. So particularly, I'm not worried about that. I think the best bet in this game, honestly, is just the money line at -130.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the best bet of this game. Totally. I don't know if I'll actually bet it, but that's probably the best line. My partner is calling me. Can I get for a second?
Do your thing. That's scaring me, is that I don't understand why this is -1.5. I think that's still what the spread is on this one. Plus, so it's like the Sixers favored by like 1.5. I don't play many sides and totals, man, but that stands out as well as just like a weird number there. But somebody might know something, man, and sides and totals come back to burn me in the NBA, which is why I don't play them anymore. As I'm looking at everybody in this game, dude, the only thing I was thinking, and I talked about this in the video all I have is, if you look at the projections for Philly, you're seeing like Edgecombe and maybe even Oubre at potentially low numbers. But I don't know if I can get there when I look at their averages when they're playing with these dudes. And that's what we use PropsMadness for, is just like pull up Oubre with all three of the big three, if you want to call them that, for Philly playing. And his numbers are what the lines are for him right now. If you max this out, he's averaging 8.8 points in this situation. He's averaging 4.5 boards. That's what his lines are at. And I just think it's a small sample size, but it's a sample size with the 3 highest used players on the team. That's the deal with him. The same concept with Edgecombe. With all these guys in, he's at 13.5 points per game exactly. The rebounds are at a little bit high even, and the assists are maybe a little bit low, but they're all right about even for the PRA. So, we're going to have the projections with a little bit higher numbers for these guys when they've been playing more minutes, and they're probably going to be playing full as well. I'm certainly not trying to fade them against the Heat. And if anything, if you wanted to like make somebody stand out in this, I suppose VJ at 13 points is at least something to consider. Like, it's still going to be like a buy number for him, because obviously all these games are without all three of those guys, where you see the closing lines up at 19, 20, 18 and a half. It's because he was playing without all those guys. When he's playing with them, 10, 12 game sample size, but he's right at 13 and a half points with the usage kind of dipping down as well. So that's what's just like scares me about anything. The only thing that I can get next to, if I'm talking about some of the guys that are the sort of the others for Philly, is the fact that Miami will pace you up. And Miami will play at they're now still at the fastest pace in the league, playing at like 105. So that even with a good defense, and even when they're fully healthy, they're still giving up a lot of opportunity because of so many possessions. So that would be the way that you could justify maybe an over for some of these guys on Philly in general, despite the fact that their numbers when they're fully healthy are a point or two low than everything that they're projected for. So you made your point clear about Embiid. We don't have to like beat it to death necessarily in this game, but what else were you thinking with this one? Do you have something
I'm really contemplating the money line. I do have it in a parlay. I think minus 130 is very good value. Miami's kind of sliding. Philadelphia's kind of healthy again. And I think again, just to go back to my same point about Joel, I think they're trying to actually do something this year. Not that I think they will, but I think in this game they might.
Yep. Yeah, I see that. Yep. I just when I'm looking at the other guys too, I'm just kind of like, ugh, man, I can go either way. So if you want to play the pace spot, I think you have to figure out which guy. And to my point earlier, I would, I guess, go Edgecombe, just because I do think he'll be out there for 34, 35 minutes as the guy that I think has the biggest edge for Philly to go over. But I'm not.
I would almost go Oubre, or I'd almost go Oubre though.
Those are the
reason
two guys
being is like you don't you likely won't have Joel or Maxey on the floor when Oubre is on the floor.
Is he not starting? Oh yeah, it would be Maxey, Edgecombe, and then PG, and then Embiid. I don't know if they're starting Oubre there or if they're starting.
I'll find out. I'll look it up what the projections are.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, that's fine. Because he might be. That would be my biggest fear with Oubre. He's actually on the floor with them. And VJ is the one that has a higher floor.
It's projected to be Barlow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then maybe Kelly. Maybe that is the angle there, is that like Kelly's a bit better than VJ because he's playing on the second unit with whomever's out there with him now. I don't know if Campaign's still going to be playing, but the Heat here, I don't have much for them either. They're a travesty right now. Pele is up at 12.5. I was considering him if we got a really low number on him. Jaime is at about 12.5 points. We do like him a bit, but we actually need Wiggs to be out. He's going to be out as soon as he's officially out instead of just doubtful. So anybody for Miami that stood out to you? I know someone was asked about Bam boards.
Not really. I think ultimately this game is just very sharp. If anything, I think people on Miami are kind of expensive because of the questionable tags.
Mm-hmm.
I think the person I would probably go toward is Jaime, but Jaime's ungodly expensive.
Yeah. I'll look at Jaime in a sec. I think the Bam boards that was brought up is interesting because we do have him for a super high projection, but I know the model is not taking into account how tough it is to rebound against Embiid. I brought this up last time against Musa, and ended up Musa got the 11 boards, I believe, in that game where the 76ers came back and won that one here a minute ago. But with Embiid out there, it just makes things so much more difficult. We talked about it last time. You're guarding the guy who is taking a bunch of shots, who's often standing at the 3-point line if he's not trying to back you down. And he's been doing a lot more shooting than he has trying to back people down. If we're looking at Bam rebounds head to head, maybe. I don't know if Embiid played in either of those games. Does Embiid have a game against them? I think he might have one against them this year. Let me just pull up the head-to-head for Embiid. He played on the 26th, played 31 minutes there. Who was missing in that one? Just Paul George was missing. So Bam on the 26th did pretty well against them right here. 29 points. No Jovic. Not sure if that matters too much. 14 boards on 21 rebound chances. I mean, maybe the Joel effect is being I'm overblowing the Joel effect here. that could be possible. I still think 9.5 has been pretty fair for Bam this season.
You want to check something?
Sure.
See what the lineup was for that 26th game, because I wonder if Ware was playing.
He was
starting. He was.
Oh yeah, he was playing. I don't know if he was starting for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if he was starting, because that could put Bam in a good, like one of them two was going to be in a good position.
Gotcha, to get boards as the other. Yeah, the one not guarding Joel, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's pull up the matchups for 1 sec to that point. Let's kill this. Joel on offense here in the matchups. You've got Bam guarding him. So all the logic I'm trying to use to say stay away from Bam is getting just punched in the face repeatedly right now. So if you want to not listen to anything I just said and still bet on Bam boards, by all means, you are
trying to dig you out of the hole. I just dug you further. That's on me.
You really did. You really just took the shovel and kept going, didn't you? You're like, let's pour some dirt on this idiot. Nah, but that's still the logic that I'm going to use. That's why I'm going to stay away. I'm in no way saying fade Bam at 9.5. And obviously the model agrees with you heavily here. While I'm in this one, though, did Colel Ware play very many minutes in this last game? Wiggins was available, so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so was Norm. Norm got hurt. And then Colel played 12 minutes. This is in the 26th. Yeah, I don't know. Colel, especially, that was when Nikola Jovic was still eating into his time, I believe, as like more of the main backup, but he apparently wasn't in this game either. So Colel just straight up didn't play very much in this one. I was trying to see if there was anything for him. We don't even have his props. All right, so we won't worry about that. Yeah, that's the Bam Rebs. There you go. Like, either don't listen to me in my logic, because there's a lot of stats telling you it's fine, at least in history, but in this one I'm a bit out on it. So the Maxey assist under that somebody brought, at least want to take a look at Maxey for a sec. Tyrese, looking at his dimes, forgot who brought that up, but the under is an interesting look here. 7.5 is a sell for us in this one. What did he against the Hornets? He had 13 potentials, ended with the 8 dimes. Interesting, because that is a tougher team to get assists against than Miami, and dude's playing 43 minutes. So I can understand being terrified of taking an under. If there is something with him and Joel around, we can take a look if there's like a with Joel kind of scenario here. With Joel on the dimes, max it out. Don't know that it's a super good under. It's juiced to the under, so I guess the market's going that way. I'm not sure if someone gave that bet out earlier, and that's a bit about what it is. Potentials with Joel are about 12.6. So, yeah, I don't love him to get 8 assists on 13 potentials consistently. I think that's a little bit high, but he's at 12.6. What's that?
What's the total?
243.
Yeah, I would probably lean over. I think the value is on the over.
Yeah, once you get to plus 104.
Yeah, I think the value is on the over, because like it's a pace up spot for the 76ers and you got a 243 total. I'm not saying I'll bet it, but I think the value is on the over, not the under.
At this point, yeah. Like once you get to the odds sort of being impactful and how that works, I totally agree. With Joel, points wise, he doesn't really lose points. It's basically up a point. And I this just gonna be these two dudes with the usage. What is his usage on the season? Stats. Usage is at 20. Yeah, so it's at 28 with Joel. It's at 29 without or on the season. So I guess it goes up a bit, but I wouldn't be. I'm not looking to fade too many guys in the pace up spot, and that total is super relevant to what Matt's point just was there. That's like 243 points. Not many unders that you're gonna try to squeeze out of that one. Let me see real quick. And okay, so for Joel RA, also I understand that the boards, he has not been boarding. I was actually considering an under if it got up to 8 or 9.5 rebounds. Again, not trying to fade too much in this game, but he had 11 rebound chances against the Hornets. If we look at the matchup real quick, the Heat we got to look at Philly for a second. Let me pull up Philly. The Heat are a good matchup for sure. They give the 10th most rebound chances. Makes sense. Don't have much more on it than that for Joel on the boards specifically. And as far as the assists go for Joel, those are at 4.5, which is about fair. Even if it's plus money, it's like I don't know that there's much of an advantage against the Heat. Don't love the assists. Don't love much there as far as the RA goes. But the 7.5 rebounds is definitely low for him. But it's because he's really not trying to rebound. But let's see. We answered a couple of those as far as the. Interesting thought there is the Bam threes. I'm always here for a slow-footed center and like Joel, and then taking the threes against him. I love Bam's chart. Looks like this, by the way, on PropsMadness. It's like, man, everything's so small. It's like, yeah, because they have to fit the one giant skyscraper 83 that's just butt fucking the whole rest of his chart.
You should be able to like take out games, like take out like the outliers like that, right? Like cap it at 40.
You can. If we cap this at 82, then it's going to bring everything else down. All games with fewer than 82 points. And it just really changes everything.
Not a lot of games.
Yeah. That's really good. Bam threes, though. Let's see. 1.5, minus 132 versus Joel. Let me look at it this way. Let me do, because you got to make sure that when you're doing Bam versus Miami, it's like Bam, Adebayo versus Embiid last 5 games. I know he wasn't taking many threes last season, though, so it's something to keep in mind. He's only played that. Yeah, he did play them once this season. He went 4 for 8 from 3. So there's 8 threes right there. This is this is 2 seasons ago now, right? No, this is last season. Last season at the beginning of the year, he wasn't shooting threes last year. So this year he is up in threes. If we look at his threes attempts on the season, he's at 5.5. To make 2 on 6, and I think 6 is a pretty solid projection for his 3-point attempts. I totally see that as a bet in this game. Like you said, he took 8 against them in the last game with Joel. What about the game without Joel? Suggested head to head. Yeah, see, the game without Joel, he took 4 threes. I don't know if that was more Drummond or Bona, whomever, but we know Joel is not trying to like lumber his ass out to the 3-point line to guard Bam out there. So I can absolutely see that as a good look for Bam on the threes. I like that idea. The minus 132 is only available on FanDuel, and you're starting to lose me at like minus 1, whatever the other ones were. This is threes, minus 150 or so. You're starting to lose me for sure. I think minus 130 is as low as I would take that. So, or yeah, however you want to look at that. We can keep rolling too. I think people were talking about PG under everything. I saw that one. Yeah, he got pretty high up there in the points actually, and we do have him at 18.5. But Paul George at 18.5 was kind of
that man is chunky right now though.
Was he?
Yeah, go look at his like attempts.
Yeah, against the Hornets he put up 19 shots. Bulls he put up 22. So those are the 2 games he's been back. Yeah, looks like he's putting them up.
One without Maxey, though. That's important to mention. But still, like, it's an average. It comes out to an average of like 20 and a half.
Yeah.
So either way.
Yep. And this one definitely had Maxey. So, yeah. Again, not looking to fade too much in that fast-paced game. 243.5 total. Keep that in mind. You put that back. Yeah. All right. Let's move to the next one. Just going to keep rolling down. Go ahead and give that video a like if you would. Much appreciated as we keep rolling through things. If you like anything, get anything out of the video, I think a like is a pretty simple request there. Let's get to the next one. What is the next game that we got here? Just going in order for a sec. Yeah, let's do Celtics-Hawks. I'm here for it. We got no Jason Tatum, and we do have Jaylen Brown and Derek White, I believe, also in. Is Vooch back?
I don't think no Ron Harper, no Kata. White is in, and I think you're right. I think I saw that Jalen was in.
Yeah, Jalen's in. Yeah, that was a while ago. Okay, yeah, we got to update the stuff there for him. Let's take a look at who's got did I have a bet in this? Yes, I did have a bet in this game.
I like your bet in this game.
Yeah, I mean, man, this is like the second time I'm betting on Na this season, but I just keep seeing, and this is mostly 18.5, but I took it when it was widely available, 17.5. I just keep coming back to, like, I know this is Boston. Once you lose like Kata down low, you also don't have Jason Tatum. Going to be impactful on defense for sure. Obviously, they play plenty of games like that. This defense is still going to be good. They're still going to play slow as hell. But 17.5 just seems to be this like constant number for Nickeil Alexander-Walker against teams that are good, but that doesn't mean he can't get there. Like, it was 17.5 against Detroit. Ended up playing 40 with the OT, but ended with 21. The Celtics played the 38 minutes, ended with 13 shots, but got to the line 7 times. Like, he if it's a close game, he's consistently getting 20. I just think I'm gonna keep playing that. Then I should be playing this all the time anyway. I think he's also favorite for most improved player. Finally, I think he is the most improved player. Number one, I think he's minus odds for the first time. So I don't know if he's going for that award fully, but he should be, and he should win it, to be honest. He's like the steal of the offseason. He's making like $12 million a year or something. He's averaging like 20 points. You're not going to find that anymore. So that dude, I'm just going to keep backing at this point for Atlanta. I think we like him at where we at with Nikhil. Yeah, we like him at 20 because that's what it should be. And I fully agree. So I took that at, for him, and I don't hate anybody who wants to take the 20 plus for Nah. And I was considering the PRA at about 26.5. Not sure if I think the points have the best. Yeah, now it's 24.5. So never mind. Don't even worry about that. I think the points is the best way to go. That's the lowest line. So anything else in this game from you?
I took your 17.5 because I think it was smart.
Yeah.
No. Well, actually, no. I lied. I haven't bet this shit, but I'm considering it. Sam Hauser over 9.5 points.
How's it? Let's see him. Is it 9.5?
Yes, sir.
Is this one of those like not like with with at least Tatum out? Maybe he hasn't gotten a big enough bump in the.
That's what I was thinking. I think it should probably be 10.5.
It's probably fair. It's tough without. I mean, obviously, when you look at Sam Hauser, you go shoot 9.5. That's divisible by 3. I really wish it was less than 9.5.
Totally.
So that if he makes those 3 threes, but we've got Tatum out. That's mostly what I care about here. Let's take Vooch out too, though, and then let's make sure we have Derek White in, and Jaylen Brown will make sure is in. So we max this out. This is like how it is, but like if we're projecting minutes for him with this rotate, and Ron Harper has actually gotten some decent minutes at times. Do we have Hauser in the starting lineup now?
Let me see here.
I don't know if I'm going to get there.
Yeah, it's projected to start.
Yeah, I almost prefer the threes at that point because you're getting plus money for the 2.5.
Wait a dang second.
Yeah, I mean,
I just had a thought because I saw someone else projected in the lineup. We don't have lines yet, though. I wonder what Luke Garza is going to open up at.
Oh, as a probable starter.
Yeah, he's projected to start right now.
Yeah, that's a really good point. 22 minutes, 9-4, but that's probably a little bit off.
But yeah, I tend to think 9.5 is fair to slightly better than fair without Tatum, especially versus Atlanta.
Yep. We got to take Kata out here. I don't think Kata's missed very many games. Yeah. This is too specific. But there is a game here with 24 minutes with somewhat this rotation of players. 10 shots is pretty good. What about the boards over here? 6 on 13. This is versus Atlanta. Oh, same. Wow. Actually, pretty similar spot here. Versus Atlanta, no Kata, no Tatum. Everybody else in. So we saw this with him not that long ago. 24 minutes is all it took for him to get there with an over on the PR if you get some decent numbers. So if you get, I mean, I bet this is 4.5, 9.5 to open for him.
Sounds right.
What I bet. Yeah. So I'd be okay taking overs on that. On 9.5.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Versus tiny little Okongwu, terrible rebounder. I can see that. If he's starting, yeah, I like that. And then there's going to be some other usage that's going other places, I would imagine. Not sure if there was anything in the comments either. I want to look at some stuff. Don't want to go too far down, but let me see what y'all got here for this one. Got a Baylor look.
Oh,
go for it. Yeah, Jaylen. Start with Jaylen.
Do you have any thoughts on 41.5 PRE for Jaylen?
No, because everything started to look really high. I think his points is 29 now. Might even it's 28 actually. Okay, good. So it's 28. Let me get this stuff out of here for a second. 28.5 is definitely high for me. I know this is a decent matchup. I mean, this defense has actually been top 10. They've got the guys to guard him for sure. So I mean, I'll take Tatum out for a minute. I don't know that it matters that much. So he had 41 against this squad. That was also without Pritchard. They won that game by 26, only played 30. He went off in 14. He took 30 shots in 30 minutes. That was without everybody. But this one, yeah, this is terrifying to think of fading. He had one bad game against, but this is high as hell, man. PRA at 41.5. I guess on the season without Tatum, he's averaging about 41. I don't think there's that big of an edge. Like Atlanta's a good defense these days. I don't think you're getting like a massive edge by taking it over or by playing that defense essentially, even if they are playing pretty fast. So I don't love that number. Yeah. And it's 42 in some spots. Yeah. 41.5, 42.5 is going to be about fair, but I just seems a little bit high.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the market is, or not the market. I think the market's excited. Like a lot of casuals are excited to bet on Jaylen Brown without Tatum being in the game, and it's probably pushing it up.
It is. I wonder if we feel a bit better about RA. 12.5 also going to be pretty much fair. Not sure you have an edge against this team. I mean, if you're just, there's just not.
That's a good point. Someone brought up the double. I think there might be some value on there.
2-1.
I'd want 3-1 probably.
Yeah, because the boards are 6.5 and the assists are 5.5. He's kind of one of those things I've noticed too, where like Josh Giddey on a double, even if his props are like 7.5 assists and 8.5 rebounds, the double is not going to be better than like minus or like plus 110 at the best, often like minus 130. Because like when you have two other props, when you have your assists and your rebounds both close to 10, right? My consideration is like if someone's 8.5 rebounds and 9.5 points, that double should be 2-1, right? For me to take it. If someone's at 7.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and 12.5 points or whatever, like you're not going to get much on the double because there's two separate props that could reasonably go to 10.
Totally.
Right? You see what I'm saying? Whereas like for Jaylen Brown, it's the same concept now where it's like the rebounds and the assists are both high enough that it seems like it's just like vulturing the value on a double for him once you get to 2-1. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of out on how high these things are. But look, this is what we said. This one's 225.5. Another consideration.
Ooh, I got one.
What's that?
Derek White. Just go to 6 assists. Like skip over the 4.5 at minus 160 and just go to the 6 assists.
Do you want me to raise this up?
Oh, whatever you want to do. But I think 6 assists is probably live.
Without him, on the season, that's where he's at basically. In this situation, it's about 5.5. You think it's a bit low? 4.5 probably is a bit low of a number, but you like the juice with the 5.5.
Yeah, I think at plus one. What's the offer at plus 120, plus 120s?
Yeah, in the FanDuel it'll be that. Yeah, like plus 130 even. Plus 125.
Getting 30 cents on top of the dollar, so I think that's well worth it.
Yeah. Just be careful. I'll just keep saying that. Just be careful in a game that's 225.5. This one's got two good defensive teams. Just for overall looks here, I think we just don't want to go too crazy on too many overs. But like, assists for a guy like Derek White and points for a guy like Hauser. No qualms with any looks like that. So, and then I did think Luke Garza was interesting, but I did only get Nah down in this one. So that's all. And you still haven't gotten Hauser down if you're considering it, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to Garza.
Okay. Cool. And we do have someone like Pritchard points. I don't dislike it. I actually should have been looking at that a bit more, I imagine. It got down to 17.5 after it was up at 18. Not sure. It's 18 in some spots. So it's split for sure in the market there. He's been on one, that's for sure. 10 for 18, got to the line 6 times, 23 shots. There's gonna be guys missing in this one. I mean, it's mostly Tatum at this point, but Kata for sure. And the minutes will be there. So if you like him for a bunch of minutes tonight, which I do, I get it. But can't just be taking overs on everybody. Let me just say he's going to play at least 30. Max that out. 18.8. Probably have a bit of an edge on 17.5. Don't mind that. And then I'm sure the threes are 2.5 juiced. Yeah, there you go. Minus 140 or worse. So I'm out on that. But I can understand the points for the second and thirdish option, we'll call him, because Derek White's gonna have the ball in his hands plenty. But I do think the assists are a bit better for D White, to the point that you made. So I like that idea. All right, keep moving. Let's see what Mike had to say about it. In a game that matters way more for the Hawks than Boston, who's also on the second level of B2B. Yeah, I consider steals for who's ever nice. There we go. And White, Nah steals. Yep, I can see that. I do think either way, the Boston stuff on the second night of back-to-back is interesting. But I do think JB missed yesterday, right? When they beat whomever they beat. I now forget. Let me get to who they played yesterday. Charlotte. Yeah, they beat Charlotte yesterday. JB sat in that one. Yes, I'm not lying. And Derek White. So both of them are here. Both of them are healthy. That's a consideration too. I realize. Yeah, the back-to-back's not going to matter for those guys because they are both playing and did not play last night. So, all right. Seeing if there's anything else. I don't think there's much else in this game. No one really had anything for Jalen Johnson, interestingly. his stuff's a little bit high, and then the assists are tough to come by. So I understand that. I think Nas the best value, so no need to get into that too much. One more reminder too, I haven't let y'all know again. There you can get access to the dashboard if you're interested for 50% off. So just $10 a week if you want to get all the tools that we have here and the projections each day. That'll get you access to all that stuff here on the site too. We have the Edge Exchange and a couple other things on there that'll help you each day with the bets. But this is the dashboard where it's 20% off. Use code DASH when you sign up if you do want to get access to it for that cheaper price of $10 a week. So let's get to what the next one is here. Grizzlies-Suns. Okay. Thoughts on this one?
Grizzlies-Suns. Also, I'm a little bit curious. I'm a little bit Rahir Fleming curious. Right. I haven't actually bet either one of them though, but I'm very
looking for the end of the bench for Phoenix. Yeah.
Well, also just Oso, I think might have what's his line at? 9.5 points. 9.5 points is probably good. 7.5 rebounds, probably not.
You think he's good for more than that?
I like the points for sure. The double though at 450, 505 on DraftKings, 600 on Fanatics. I would grab that Fanatics 600 for sure. I think that is well worth a 0.1, 0.2 sprinkle for sure.
Yeah, especially when the points are as high as they are. Then you're really just that's triple double. Let's not worry about the triple double. Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Career game.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I guess he has been diming up. I know Daft looked for him on the assists recently in a decent look, and we're talking about no Grayson Allen here. Could be helpful. Taking those guys out. He had a nice little recent surge of assists. Maybe not 10, but he did get that 7.
I mean, it could totally be what's his points at? Is it points at 9.5? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind maybe a 15, 15, 5, and 8.
5 dimes. Yeah. I can get next to it. I mean, the 3.5 is the alt line up, and he's averaging 4 in this limited sample size without these dudes. I think Grayson was a late add to the question to the injury report, so that's also kind of indicative that he's not going to play. But starting to like that 2.5 assists here. It is a terrible team, and I do think it's interesting that he had 7 on 12 potentials against the Spurs.
The 3.5 is 164. Just do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought that was the baseline.
Yeah, you can get 2.5 juiced, or you can take 3.5 for some decent money there.
I would do 15, 4, and 7.
Interesting. Yeah. The 4 is good enough, right? Yeah, if 15, 4, and 7, or however you get there. But yeah, I mean, a double. I think there's ways to play that with those. So yeah, you're just looking at what should be an easy win. I think Michael's taken plus 12.5, but for Memphis, that's the Memphis whisper. But I also don't think it matters as much in terms of that affecting Oso. Like the big on the other team is still someone you feel good about. And this is the big. I was trying to think if they had someone else that recently been coming in, but no. This is still. Oh, it's Maluak. Does he have props? And Fleming a bit, I guess. But Maluak has actually been coming in and playing.
I'm very interested in Fleming.
We don't have any Maluak props. I also just wanted to make fun of Duke for a minute because he did go to Duke last year.
And then Swish brought this up. You want to look at Goodwin rebounds.
Let's look at Jordan Goodwin. Yeah, he's always interesting to me. He's a really good rebounding guard, that's for sure. So I totally understand that. Looking at the Rebs, yeah, he's been getting closer to like 7 or 8 boards in terms of the expected boards because of rebound chances and the minutes. And 25 minutes is definitely where I'd be putting him tonight. And that's what he's been playing. Yeah, actually, in close games or not close games, he's been playing 25. And now you've got no Grayson, who missed this one, and not this one. So he played 26 in a 2-point loss to Denver with Grayson there. 13 rebound chances against the Nuggets, 13 rebound chances against the Jazz. And his boards, they're 5.5, which I was like, damn, I didn't expect them to be that high. But he's still getting over that 5.5 number very consistently, especially with the rebound chances, which is why the green line is helpful more than just looking at, did he get the boards? Did he have the rebound chances? That's what the green line shows us here on the dashboard. I can get next to that for sure. An easy matchup with the possibility of getting a few more minutes without Grayson, like in these last 2. He's been playing with Grayson rather. So yeah, I totally get that. Putting that one down in my notes. Thank you, Swish.
Yeah, I'm going to take if I had like the ability on like DraftKings or FanDuel to alt like 12 points or 13 points, I would totally be doing that on Oso. Yeah, 13, 8, and 4 sounds incredible. I don't know. Probably be like my guess is somewhere ballpark of like plus 600-700. I think that's a really good 3-leg.
Yeah. Oso to get minutes, Oso to dominate a bad Grizzlies defense, playing fast as well, by the way. Totally love all of that. Yep, with it. See if anybody has anything for this one. I don't think we're going to love this game, but and then yeah, Colin. Does that say Giuseppe? Yeah, I thought it said Giuseppe. Giuseppe. What if it's Colin Giuseppe? That's his Italian alter ego. Yeah, for Gillespie, which I want to say is Irish, but I'm not going to sound ignorant. Yeah, Colin Gillespie. That's got to be Irish. His name's Colin. All right. What though? Points? 11.5. We at 12.5 now. And we need Grayson to be fully out for the projections to kind of take that into consideration and bump him up from 10. Probably bump up his minutes to like 27.
Oh, my.
What's that?
15-1.
Oh, that's a 15 plus because you got to take the 15 plus.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
She's done twice this season. Just something to keep up.
I'm sorry about that. Go back to what you were doing.
No, you're good. You're good. You got so excited. You got so excited.
So excited, yeah.
Just
there you go. Look at you
flowing out at this point. Yeah, come on, don't be so stingy with those likes, man. Unless you don't like it, which is kind of like, well, why are you still watching it? But if you're hate watching it, that's fine. Maybe I guess you don't have to like it. But if you're not hate watching it, you can give it a like. Appreciate you, Coop. Where else are we at? So I do think the Gillespie stuff is interesting. I'm really looking at Jordan Goodwin, but I think Gillespie, if I need to see what happens with Grayson. So yeah, I think it's good to wait for that. That was the comment that was brought up, and we'll go from there. I like calling him Giuseppe. I think I'm gonna steal that from you and call him Giuseppe now. And then you like the assist, Anthony Bubba. The assist specifically for what's
we're gonna find out tonight, Anthony.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Let's see, where's Colin at? The dimes here, 4.5. Just because of the odds, it's not like tickling my balls here or nothing. It's just could be fine. Could be fine. Probably could use a different example for analogy for that. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I think people probably hit the dislike. It wasn't even on purpose, David. Damn it, these puns. Damn my incredible pun making abilities. Yeah, who that because you're late, but I still love you. But so I'll let you know, Nikhil. I do like him. He's a bet that I have down on my card. All right, I was just seeing if there's anything else in the comments here. This is not a fun game, so let's keep scrolling. I'm just looking at the comments to go ahead and give the video a like. Another little reminder there. Get rid of that one. Should we go to just the next game? Stick to the order that we're in. Sure. Yeah, Bulls Spurs, man. Obviously, I got a couple bets in this one. Not a close spread. Definitely not a game that we expect to be close. I think the Spurs, and you've brought this up, the Spurs are one of the teams that we can feel a little bit more comfortable blowing teams out and actually sticking to the script when it's a huge spread, unlike some of these other squads. So now they get the Bulls, but go for it.
I think there's a narrative out there that they're just a young team and they're not fully talking about this playoff specifically, that they're not mature enough to be in the playoffs per se. And again, I understand, I'm not naive. There's a difference between a seasonal game and an exhibition match and a playoff game. But I think by doing what the San Antonio Spurs have done consistently throughout the year, which is take care of business, they're proving that narrative wrong.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, what are they? 22-2 since the 24-2 something since the All-Star break. Like they're the best team in the league for the last 30 games. It's kind of not that close actually. So they've actually got the number one defense in that time as well. So yeah, there's no reason to think that they'll start playing with their food now. They're just like a team that's hungry as hell and ready to get after it. So I faded. So the Spurs are awesome. They're incredible. Wembanyama's a beast. I faded Wembanyama. They're playing horrible Chicago. So obviously you think everyone's going to do well. Also, I faded De'Aaron Fox. So it was just a weird segue to go, God damn, the Spurs are amazing. Also, I faded their two best players against the Chicago Bulls tonight. But I did that. So that's how I'm presenting that information to you, is that I faded Wemby at 26.5. And I love that this intel came up right here. So that's another thing that's pulling through on the dashboard. And I don't talk it up enough, but Swish has the intel from around the league pulling through to give us little snippets like this one. And when I say intel, I mean think of a media outlet, think of a podcast, think of a YouTube show, think about whatever is being presented as content about sports and sports betting. Swish is pulling through all of that stuff into one big aggregator, using a little help from our girl Christine, who organizes, let's say, information, and then that information gets pulled through to the dashboard so that you can get the little pieces of intel that are not available everywhere. Like, you're going to Google and searching is not the same as what we're doing to pull through stuff like this. So this is on good authority that Victor Wembanyama, they're going to manage his minutes pretty carefully in blowouts to preserve health down the road as they're about to play in the playoffs for the first time as a real squad. So I buy into that. I love leaning into those little tidbits that, like, if you aren't hip to this information, and I don't think the market is hip to this type of information because it's so hard to scrape every little thing, every little coach interview, and make sure you get all the news. And if this hasn't been tweeted out, then this is something that I don't think most of the market has. Doesn't take a genius to realize Wemby should be losing minutes in a blowout, but that's where it's at. I like the De'Aaron Fox one more than I like the Wemby one. I will not lie to you. I love my De'Aaron Fox under 26.5 PRA. I think Michael called me out on that in the beginning of the show, saying I know Josh is fading our guy tonight, and I am, because there's such a clear, obvious pattern with De'Aaron Fox, even more so than Wemby for sure. And I'll pull up the Wemby one in a minute, but for D Fox, like, if I'm looking at his stuff here, look at the games where his the green line is high versus the games that it's not high. Good team, good team, good team, good team. We'll call the Clippers good team. Not good team, good team, right? Against the Kings, revenge narrative, everything else, 15 points, right? Almost gets over the 26.5 PRA, but still only the 15 points and doesn't get to the 26.5. Good team, Phoenix, has to only a 1-point win, has to do really well. Bad team, fast team, they blow him out, he doesn't get there. Awful team, right? These are under, over, right? Because when they're playing good teams, he's going to be out there for minutes, but they know they don't really need him in a game against the Bulls with an 18-point spread. So it's another fade for D Fox. And then the next bunch of games, I always want to bring this up too. And if you guys don't have this site starred, this is my favorite schedule outlook. It's at #basketball.com. This shows you the games that are coming up. So too often we just look at back-to-back and say they played last night or they didn't play last night, so they're not on a back-to-back. But what about looking ahead to the next games that are coming up? And if you look at the Spurs, this should help you feel better about sitting De'Aaron Fox against the Bulls when in 2 nights you're going to have a back-to-back at Golden State and then the next night at the Clippers. Then you get 1 day off and then you're at Denver. Then you get 1 day off and you're playing Philly, who's not a cakewalk anymore because they have their whole team back. So that's going to be 3 in 4 nights, 4 in 6, and 5 in 7. By the time they get to Philly, they're playing 5 games in 7 nights. That's insane. I think I might try to take the Philly line like now, assuming that Joel is playing. If it wasn't Philly, then I'd take it now. But who knows who's going to be playing in that stupid game for Philadelphia. But either way, this is a gauntlet, right, for the Spurs right here. That there's just no reason to play your starters unnecessary minutes tonight. Take care of business. You look at Wemby, he's at 26.5 points. Way more than he's averaging on the season anyway. He's at 24 a night on the season. I know you can bump his projection up because he's playing a terrible team, but I just think you got to limit his minutes. And one way to look at why he probably won't be playing as many minutes is when you use the splits filter over here. You go to win-loss margin. Let's just say they win by 12 points, which is an average, is way lower than what the score, the spread is, excuse me. He's averaging 23.9 in those games where they just win by anywhere from 12 to obviously 40 is a lot. Go up to like 15, down to 22.9. Like this is the point that I'm making, is just the minutes here are going to be lower. In these games, he's playing 26.7, whereas mostly he's playing 30 plus, right? And obviously if he's playing full, he's at like 34, 35. So I think that's, I don't need to make that case anymore, but it's for both of these homies who I love dearly, Vic and De'Aaron Fox, but not tonight. So where else should we go?
You talked me into it.
Under on Vic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say, hey, can I heed caution before you brought up the next 4 games? That was smart. Yeah.
Let's go.
So what I was going to say, and I'm going to take this, I think it's great. What I was going to say is I watched the last game versus Chicago versus Milwaukee, and Wemby absolutely was staying in late in that game.
Yeah.
And it had me a little concerned about the under here specifically, But no, I did not know about the gauntlet you were just referring to, which is
it's nasty.
Yeah, totally. I think you're spot on. 26.5 is with that lens feels like a very, very, very soft line.
Yeah. So just wanted to look at this game real quick because you were saying in the fourth he kind of did his thing. How many missing? He played 640. He shot 8 times in the fourth quarter. This is what you're talking about.
Remember what I was telling you earlier? It's like if we could track that, I feel like that's crazy.
He shot 8 times, but with 6 free throws, that probably means he took 3 more and got fouled, which means he probably shot 11 times in 6.5 minutes. I don't know what the hell that would be about.
He stat padding MVP. He very clearly wants to beat out SGA. I mean, after it was either before this game or after this game, he was talking about like he thinks defense matters for the MVP as well, and so like I think he's stat padding for that specifically.
Wemby's low key top 5 shit talkers in the league, and I don't think we still recognize it fully, but he just was blasting the Thunder, being like, they can't guard me. He was just saying all this type of stuff that's like, we play like fun to pleasing, good aesthetic basketball. They play like one-on-one foul baiting bullshit, and I'm just like, damn. Like,
I mean, he called it unethical, like, which is I mean, to be honest with you, he's not wrong.
No, yeah.
But damn, yeah, he does not like OKC, and I think that's a bit more motivation to try to steal it.
Yeah. Well, listen, like Matty said, I convinced him on some level about Wemby, but if I didn't convince you, don't just blindly tail this Wemby bet, please, and then come back to me and get mad at me. If you don't agree with what I'm saying about Wemby, then just stay away. And if you were going to be scared off of it, it's because he takes a lot of shots a lot of times. I just don't think he'll need the minutes and everything, so I'm fading that. There was a Castle look here. Damn. So like kind of like Zach Lowe cussing on the Ringer. You're just kind of like, I don't know, this sounds weird. You don't cuss a lot. Kind of the same thing as like, I don't know, Wemby's talking still sounds soft. It's because he's French, and so everyone just thinks he's soft because he's French. And
I'm very interested in this.
Let's talk about Castle then. Yeah, I saw that look too. Which the double specifically?
Yes, I don't know what the odds are, but the idea of it is very interesting to me. 220. I don't know if it's worth that 220. But I like I would just almost just hit the triple double at 2,500.
Oh wow,
yeah,
totally against Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean somebody's gonna have to like stay in for a bit. I imagine in this game, and like Castle would definitely be the guy I'd be leaning towards getting a few more minutes than other starters. So that would be a guy I'm okay with going over on. But let's keep rolling. I want to try to get to a few more games and give you a chance.
I do want to hit this one before we move on.
This game?
Yes.
Yeah.
If Harper at 20.5 PRA is available, I don't know if it is. That's a bet. And then the other thing was, I know. I said take this last time, and he ended on like 1 rebound or something. An anomaly. This is a good bet. I like the PR more than I like just the rebounds or just the points. If you get this at 10.5, it is a bet. For the PR. Yeah, I will bet this until I'm in the grave. It's a good bet when you get a 17-point line.
Yep. I feel you. If you get the 10.5, I'm with you on the PR for Lukey Luke. All right, we can keep rolling. Next game. Go ahead and give the video a like. You already know what it is. I'll put this up because we do have a bunch more people. And last time I told y'all that you can get 50% off on the dashboard if you're interested. So it's $10 a week if you do want to jump in there and get all the get access to everything I have for the rest of the season. I don't have anything for Minnesota Dallas. I'd be happy to skip it to make sure we get to the other ones. But what do you think?
Yeah, I have nothing. Nothing.
All right. Cleveland and Utah. And in a turning twist and shock, I faded Donovan Mitchell because of the same reason. I think that's a great bet too. I do. Yeah. Same shit I said about De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. Just go ahead and double down for me on Donovan Mitchell. That's the only place I felt like going, but I think you have another one in this game too, right? Other than my
I don't hate. I got 8.5 just for transparency, but I don't hate 9.5 for Keon Ellis. If you live in the great state of Florida, there is still 8.5 for Keon Ellis available.
Shut up.
The angle here is it's Utah. There is no Strus. There is no Tyson. And there is no Allen. And it's Utah. And just for clarity, they're playing Utah tonight.
Right. Utah's the opponent. That's
Utah,
right.
yeah, the Utes, not the Utes, but yeah,
Basically
Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah, they don't want to win.
Yeah, look, you're the Keon Ellis guy, man. That's all I'll say.
Like, I mean, I wasn't on this. I was knee deep in baseball earlier today, and Doug from the Discord asked me about it, and I'm like, "You're telling me Strus and Jalen and Allen are not in, and he's playing Utah, and Hard Rock's hanging at 8.5? Oh my!
Yep, get it, man. No qualms. I'm not touching anything for Utah, so I don't know if anybody's going to be asking us about Utah, but I would hope not because I got nothing, man.
I think Sam Merrill's expensive, David.
Yeah, I think he 14.5.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get why the line is that way, but I assume he's starting, and which would make me think he'd probably like get kicked out of the game at halftime, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well. And yeah, the thing about Schroeder would be that I just don't think he's far enough down the bench, essentially. Like, I don't think Schroeder's a guy that I'm looking for at blowouts. Schroeder, I'm looking for a little bit more as like they need a backup point guard, and you expect him to get those minutes, but not much of an edge for me on Schroeder stuff.
I did not know this. Is that the case?
I guess so. I do not know where he's from.
Maybe 14.5 is a good line.
Yeah. It could be. And there's also Dean Wade out. Also throw that out there. So yeah, there's a lot of people there. But Merrill, I thought, was fair at 14.5 with everybody missing. I think that all got baked into the line and accounted for. So that's why I just kind of ended up staying away from anything to do with Merrill. But I definitely want to pull up Thomas Bryant because I wanted to come back to him in earlier. He's just, man, like I think 10-6 is like very doable for him. It's just like there's just actually not that much data to show that he's going to play more than like 16 minutes. I mean, even without Allen, like there's one game that he's played. How many games has he even played 20 minutes without Allen? Uno. So I just don't know how to trust any kind of minutes for him. I know that Utah sucks and that he should get all the rebounds. That when he's in there, how long is he going to be in there for is my question. I don't feel comfortable that he's going to be in there for more than like 14. But if you wanted to just go in on somebody, I was absolutely like hoping to have some good Thomas Bryant props. I guess they're not as good as I was hoping for when I look at it and go, damn, dude, like I do not want to be caught with my pants down betting 12.5 PR for 13.5 PR for Thomas Bryant. This feels like such an Adem Bona look where I'm like, Adem Bona, backup center. Yeah, but like he needs to be fed at the rim essentially. And Thomas Bryant can shoot at times. I just don't know if the minutes are going to be there. So unfortunately, I didn't get there with it, but I think it is an interesting and good look overall.
It is a homecoming for Merrill.
Go Aggies! Nice, that's right. That's right. Sam Merrill and Neemias Queta at Utah State taking their team to the dance. That's Travis's squad right there. Sam Merrill, I forgot that's why he loves Sam Merrill in the first place, and then Sam Merrill 10.5. Everybody loves him. What about Flip?
I bet his rebounds last game. Only because like Phoenix really doesn't have a center. Yeah. But like if you were in our group chat with me, Swish, Josh, and Chang, you would have seen that Chang told me about 53 times that Filipowski probably will not play the fourth along with others, and that would be the worry here. Is
he's been doing it. He's been doing it like in these games over here without playing much of the fourth. I didn't see the Phoenix one. They were down by enough that like I think he may have gotten some minutes, but like 25 minutes consistently means he's losing like 6-7 minutes in the fourth quarter, right? So you just got to bank on him doing it before the fourth. Or whatever, or that the game just isn't close. I don't know. I actually don't mind the points as much because 13.5 is not much of a move. If he is guarded by Evan Mobley, that's another thing to consider. Like the one-on-one matchup is going to be him in the four. I believe that Brainy Defensive Player of the Year. I know Mobley won one of these last 2 years. So yeah, not something I'm going to rush to bet an over on personally. There was one more thing. Yeah. And then I just wanted to bring that up because I think that is partly what it is. It's like, I think it's happened twice now that Thomas Bryant was running down the court and just tripped over the foul line or something. Like nobody was around and dude just tumbling on the ground. And you're just like, what? You don't have the hand-eye coordination to run without falling over, my guy.
I don't have a look on this.
Sorry. I was just going to finish with this, that like every fourth quarter.
Go ahead. Put it back up.
No, you're good. John Conchar?
Yeah. Do you have any
No.
thing on that?
So then I have to put on YouTube. Does he have? Oh yeah, right there. Has he been getting any minutes? 22, 30. I'm not in a rush to bet on Utah. You know what I mean? Like, here's some nice 38. Hell yeah. Still took 9 shots, only had 8 points.
I will talk about Utah for us.
Okay, please.
Pull up Ace Bailey rebounds. What are they at?
Probably 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm out at 5.5. 4.5. I'm interested.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. I'm interested, but not at minus 148.
Yeah, we do have him at 5 boards. I mean, he's gonna be out there for a million minutes, so it makes sense to take.
If it wasn't Cleveland and it was again Phoenix again or Denver, or a team that's not great at rebounding per se, I would look at 4.5 rebounds at minus 148, but not against Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Allen out does matter. Dean Wade. Thomas Bryant could freaking start. I didn't even consider that. There's no Dean Wade and no Strus and no Jared Allen and no Jalen Tyson. Who else is going to start? It's going to be Donnie, James Harden, Merrill. Let's go back to Cleveland. So Mobley, Donnie, Harden, Merrill.
Oh, you're looking for Cleveland?
Yeah.
I am seeing James, Donovan, Sam, Keon. Oh my gosh! There you go.
That's Keon. Nice for you.
Yeah, if that 9.5 is going to be gone if he's rolled in. It's going to be 10.5 probably.
I wonder if that went from 8.5 to 9.5 because of that though.
Sure. That's true. It's probably baked in.
But you'll probably get an overreaction to
yeah, totally. That's what I'm saying. Is like by general public.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Interesting. Man, there's not a lot of guys. Does Craig Porter Jr. have lines yet? That's the last guy I'll say. And I brought him up on the video earlier today. Is that like if we could, just for the love of all that is good, get a line? I guess you have to bet some Craig Porter Jr. live. But if you get Craig Porter Jr. at like 3.5 assists or something, I think that's a great bet. Yeah, I don't even have him up because he hasn't been playing much. But Craig Porter Jr. at like a low assist number would be incredible here in this one. I do like that a lot. Damn. Can
I give out a parlay really quickly now that we're on the last one?
Yeah,
so
please.
I bet this earlier. I don't know if what odds you are going to get now, but I put it in the Discord. So there's a reason to get in the Discord, specifically the VIP. I think this is a good 4-leg for plus 900. Dylan Harper over 13 points. Spurs minus 17. 76ers to win. And Keon Ellis over 9 points plus 900.
One more time for the people.
One more time. Dylan Harper for 13 points. Spurs minus 17. I'm okay with minus 18.5 if it's still there. Like I would put this at minus 20. I would bet it. 76ers to win the game. Keon Ellis for 9 points. I would also take Keon Ellis to 10 points.
Yep. Love it. All right. Because I just want to run through the last couple NBA things. Swish wanted to bring up Biggs versus Washington.
Yep.
Does that mean we have to bet on DeAndre Ayton though? Please
I'm tempted, man. I'm tempted just to just give him 25 points and 10 rebounds.
Oh man. The big, what's his nickname even? I know it's Dominating, but we got a real nickname for him. DeAndre Clint Capella Ayton. What were we saying? Double? He wishes he was Clint Capella.
I think the double is what's better than live? Like thriving? I think the double is thriving.
Okay, yes. Living successfully.
Yeah, if I'm going to bet Ayton specifically, I'm taking 25 and 10 or 25 and 12 or something.
Right.
Because there's no Luka. I'm not worried about like him eating so much usage. Now Austin and LeBron may take some of that, but I also think Austin's probably likely to lob it to Ayton at the rim. So, and then the rebounds themselves, again, Luka isn't there, so I'm not worried about him just absorbing rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, he played 29 minutes versus him in a 31-point win, so like there's something to it, that.
Yeah, 884. There we go. 884.
He could still 884. Eaton for 84. Yeah, gonna be the new second place all time leading scorer in a game. This could be a Vandy. A Vandy double, like some kind of
Oh,
backup.
that's interesting. Yeah.
Interesting look. That would have to be live too. He doesn't even have numbers in that one.
Can I bring up something?
Yeah.
There's a man from Cleveland. You know, he has been picked on a lot this year. Scoring's down. Give me Bronny James.
I don't think he's from Cleveland. Oh, he probably was born in Cleveland.
He is. He was born in Cleveland. I double checked this for this joke.
All right. A man named James. Oh my God. Was it the boards?
No, just the points at 6.5.
Jesus Christ.
Or even what's the threes? What's the threes?
You can get threes. Wow.
Oh my God, yes. Just give me 2 of those things.
Ladder that bitch. Wow. That's where we're at. That is where we are at. All right. I do got to roll. I know we're still rolling here, but I do got to get out, man. And Grayson was probably ruled out for everyone who wants that. Ainge Reese. That's good. All right. Anything else from me? Did you want to roll through some baseball?
I can just give you what I have looked up. I haven't actually bet these, but these are the ones I'm kind of talking. I'll just talk them out really quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have these written down. I haven't bet these myself. I cannot say this guy Murakami home run.
There you go.
He's been on fire. He is hitting the ball very well. He has a good matchup tonight. Colson Montgomery home run and James Wood home run. I'll call 3 of those. Brandon Lau home run. Who else? Some other ones. Let me pull up my. Just look at the games really quickly. Look at that. Also, by the way, if you don't want to bet the home run, which I'm not suggesting betting all the home runs for these, I haven't even bet these myself. HRRs are safe. Bases are safe. The whole idea is that like everything that you would be needed to get a home run would be covered by the home run itself. So therefore, that's how I pick my HRRs, bases, etc.
Yep.
RBIs is a different thing, but that's neither here nor there. But Colson and Murakami for the Chicago game. Cincinnati, I like I said, Brandon Lau. For the Nationals and Phillies game, I am James Wood curious and Dylan Lyle curious. For the A's in Atlanta, there's a ton. Kurtz could go. Bengaliers could go again. Soderstrom, I really like. I think that's super sneaky for plus 550. Rooker's hitting the ball well. It's about as deep as I've gotten, so I'll stop there.
No, you're good. All right, bet. And Matty is going to have baseball Saturday mornings, not this upcoming one, but starting the following Saturday. We'll send y'all a reminder. Going to have that available for you guys on Saturday mornings. Gets a little MLB show. And we'll be doing more MLB, I'm sure. We'll be talking about how we can get some stuff to you guys. But Matty's putting all his stuff in the Discord as well. So we got the link in the description of the video. If you guys want to jump in, check that out. There's the free Discord section, dropping plenty of good stuff in there. And we'll be back here. I'm actually going to be doing a live here for the next 4 days, if you're good with that, Matty. But we can talk about it behind the scenes if we're available. But Thursday will be the first day off for that. But either way, we'll be around this week. I'll be dropping a video by tomorrow morning again for the NBA. We'll be getting back to MLB again very, very soon, like I said. So appreciate everybody in here, man. Definitely.
Question really quickly.
Say that. Yeah, go ahead.
The Cubs. Let's see. Who do they play? LAA, and then who is the play pitcher?
Looks like
Ryan Johnson.
And Ryan Johnson.
And then let me pull it up right here, just so I can have it in front of me.
Go for it.
Sorry. If you need to go, I can sign.
No, you're good, man. Go for it.
Oh, so the problem with this game, and I might still bet it, is Ryan Johnson has pitched 4 innings for the left-handed batters and 10 innings for right-handed batters. So very, very limited data. But if I had to go, he has a 5.79 home run per 9 to the left hand. Again, only 4 innings of so he's very much a guy coming from the bullpen from last year. So take this with a grain of salt. But Bush is probably out live. PCA is probably live. Honestly, Ian Happ's been hitting really well, so he's probably live. Yeah, I would say those 3. PCA probably is going today. It would be my guess.
Yeah, I know you made money off them the other day. Cool. All good?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody, man. We'll be back, like I said, the rest of this week. So best of luck tonight until we do see you next. Happy betting.